Hallelujah. Welcome to another episode of the Killer Kaiju podcast. This is a bonus episode. We're doing horror films. We're doing Friday the 13th, part
I like
6.
horror movies.
Jason lives. It's great. I'm excited. The last one sucked. Here we go.
No, it didn't. I'm still offended. Stop. It's not that bad.
Last one was meh.
Shut up. Okay, so anyways,
awesome.
That's Lucas.
So it's Lucas and Josh, as always. If this is your first time on the podcast, that's who we are. We do a commentary / podcast, so you can watch the movie if you have it at home, or if you rent it online, you're more than welcome to watch it along with us. We have a timestamp provided if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're listening to it just through Spotify or one of the beautiful, lovely platforms we distribute through. You can always just listen for our countdown and click play on your DVD and watch along with us. That being said, we are going to dive right into this film today because we are both very excited. I don't know about Josh, but this one's great. I love this one. I'm excited. Let's go. Which we'll get into. So on this countdown, folks, we are going to dive right in and truly dissect this film. We do fun facts, review, kind of our opinion, and just laugh and have a good time. And we hope you do as well. As well, guys, we have both seen these movies. So unlike the typical formula where one of us has seen the film and one of us hasn't, both of us have seen this movie. So a spoiler alert is in effect. If this is your first time watching the film, or if you just don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and watch it. But I would recommend watching the film and then coming back and listening to the podcast after you have seen it. So without further ado, we will get right down and gritty and let's dissect this bitch. So on the count of three. Actually, you know what, Josh, why don't you give us the countdown this time?
3, 2, 1.
Action. There
Go.
we go. Make sure I have the timer set up. Yeah.
TriStar. Just kidding.
Toho.
Paramount.
Oh boy. So yeah, the last one, it was all right. It was a good time. Not as bad as I made it out to be. But Jason's not the killer in the last one. A little disappointing for that angle.
It's not?
No one likes Roy. Roy's a bitch.
I like Roy.
And Roy likes you. And let's just
Good. If he ever goes to a Comic-Con, I'm gonna get him to sign my action figure.
There you
and
go.
You're gonna be like, ew, and I'll be like, yo, this is Roy.
I'm just gonna he's gonna be so excited. I'm just gonna lean over Josh's shoulder and be like, "You're a horrible Jason Voorhees."
That'd be so sad. I'd just be like, I don't know him.
Yeah, literally.
I do not know this man.
You notice how the truck that they're driving here is the same truck from the last film?
No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's the exact same fucking truck.
Well, good for them. Continuity.
Right? I don't think so. I think it's more
Maybe.
of the studio owned the vehicle and they're like, yeah, let's just use the same one and save on budget. Let's talk about the actor who's playing Tommy here. I like him.
Man over here.
I like him a lot. I really like this
beautiful.
Tommy. I think the look of Tommy in the last one was better and more accurate to Tommy, but I think the acting and the personality of this Tommy is more on line with what I was expecting. But like we said, he was more traumatized in the last one and he was still going through some shit. So he wasn't as level-headed as he is now. Now everything that happened in the last one's a little different, I think.
In the video game design for Tommy, I think this is the version that they more modeled him after. Because like if you've ever played that game before, it was kind of muffed. It's like the Tommy at least looks identical to this version, even though he's only in it for like, so much.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that may be the reason they designed him after this guy, because I know the actor in the last one, he was asked to return for this film, but he was reborn a Christian and found his faith, and he didn't want to do this movie again. So, which is totally fine and understandable.
Yeah, but I mean, even as like a Christian and like do your own thing, I still would have been like, yeah, it's made up. That it's not like it's.
But it has like in this one, like as we're watching right now, spoiler, it has a lot of reincarnation and factors like that, which I'm sure a lot of it was a little iffy with his newfound religion and he probably didn't feel comfortable with.
I'd rather be a part of this one compared to Jason Goes to Hell. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
But it's in the name there where I'm like, all right, cool. It's still a fictional character. It's a famous franchise that everyone knows. Like, and there's no turning that down, especially at this point.
This one doesn't have, I think this is one of the only films to feature absolutely zero nudity. There's a sex scene, but there's no topless thing. So I mean, there wasn't anything from that angle, so I wonder what was truly his limit to coming back. It's got to be the reincarnation and maybe just not wanting to disappoint his newfound faith.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
that's what it's got to be.
you
But
do you, man.
yeah, I'm glad he's
I
doing
just
good.
really like the Friday series. So I like me as a fan. I wouldn't like. There's no saying no. I don't care
Yeah.
what role it is. You know what I mean? You could be like a dead corpse and be like, "Yup,
So
that's me."
the director of this film, I'm drawing on the brink. Tom McLowan, I think his name is McLaughlin. Tom McLaughlin. Sorry if I butchered your name, man. He obviously was a writer on this as well and the director. And this was like the only big thing he really did. He did a couple other TV shows and stuff like that. Like I know he did Freddy's Nightmares and stuff, the TV series. This is the only Friday movie he did though. And he's like really into the special effects and everything like that and had a lot of his hands in that work. So when he was done the movie, he wanted to take two things home, and he took the gravestone that we see here of Jason Voorhees and the coffin. And he has the coffin in his garage, and he actually puts the gravestone in the front of his yard as a decoration. And it's funny because some people who come to work on the house won't work on it because they think someone's actually buried there.
I would legitimately have that tombstone in like my kitchen, and then the coffin would have been like a table.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. So for those who aren't watching at the moment, it opens up with Tommy basically going back with a friend, and he wants to make sure Jason's dead. So they go and open up his coffin and find his decaying, rotting corpse with maggots all over it. And that's kind of where we're at. Don't you find it kind of coincidence, though? Like in the last one, they said that Jason's body was cremated.
Yeah.
But yet he's buried in the ground in this one. I think maybe they just said that he was cremated just to keep the folk happy and to not be superstitious.
I feel like they should have went about it like most true crime grave sites, like where it's either unknown or cremated, but like just unknown. It's in a place that, you know, one person knows of. You'll never find it. Like there are a lot of people like that. So like they should have done that with Jason. Why give him a tombstone that has his name on it? Like, are you dumb?
So do you think if he closed the lid right here and didn't do what he's about to do, Jason would have never came back and that would have been the end? Or do you think he still would have came back?
If he didn't have the post, there wouldn't have been anything for the electricity to go to. So no, I don't.
You think he would have been dead?
It wouldn't have worked. Yeah. Should have like kicked in the tombstone and just smashed in his head instead of doing what he's doing now.
Yeah, so it's nothing supernatural about him in our minds. This is just him coming back as a zombie, essentially.
Oh yeah, so actually, this is the first movie that I like that he is technically known as Zombie Jason.
Yeah, because in the other ones, he's always like human or mongrel of some sort.
Because he was a real dude, you know, and now technically he's dead. This is Zombie Jason.
Because in part 4, he gets the machete through the head, and that's like the finishing off of him being dead. And then in the last one, it wasn't him. So.
And I do like that because in we'll get to it more, but we get the zombie Jason and then eventually we get Ghost Jason. So like that's a pretty cool how they kept with it, even with the fan films, where I'm like, I like that. That's something I can definitely enjoy and take out of it.
I like the eye opening scene we get when he comes to life, when his eye opens.
I don't, because the corpse was all like mangled, you know, like it looks now, and now he's like,
yeah. But
and it's like mud around
his
the eye.
Would have been eaten out essentially, but they had to give him eyes, I guess. It's funny though, because in this shot and the very ending shot, his eyes are brown. But if you look closely throughout the film, and in the ending scene when he's in the lake, he has blue eyes. Because they had a different guy, because I guess the original guy they got wasn't burly enough, so they wanted to get someone else. So like I know the paintball scene in this one, it's a different guy because that was the first day of filming. And I think that's
is this the one with the paintball one?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is CJ Mann or something like that plays
CJ McMahon.
Yes, that's it.
Is it actually? I was just taking a jab. CJ Graham.
Yeah, that's it. I was
talking about the wrestling CJ
McMahon. There is no CJ McMahon.
What?
There's Mr. McMahon. There is Stephanie McMahon, and there is Shane McMahon.
Duh. I'm having a complete brain fart. I'm thinking of CJ McMahon from Thy Art Is Murder.
Yeah. Okay.
Different CJ.
Yep.
Sorry, folks. Getting all my childhood.
Shoutouts to Thy Art Is Murder, though.
Oh, fucking yeah.
But I believe this is the CJ Graham or whatever who plays.
Man wears the best flannels. Leopard print flannel. Just rips it off. Hell yeah, brother. Of course, it starts raining. I like the way he looks there.
I do enjoy the hood on this one. Like I enjoy the maggots falling out and everything about it. I just wish it didn't go from like a skeleton with no like flesh on it to this.
Oh, this is the punch through the chest. Yeah. I remember seeing that for the first time and just being like, did that man literally just punch through him and take out his heart on the other side? Look at that Mortal Kombat shit.
I love the kills in this one. My only complaint with the Jason is the weird mask and then the way that he turns real quick. Like there's little things about it that I personally enjoy. And then when he like moves so quickly, I'm like, I'm kind of out.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the mask. We'll see what Josh is talking about here.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's a little fanned out.
Yeah, it's just smushed a little bit. It's not awful.
Oh, we get the James Bond intro. Yeah, buddy.
You.
I love that. It zooms in on his eye and Jason walks across the pupil like the James Bond intros, and he slices the machete instead of shooting the gun, and the blood floods up and it reveals the title. That's just great shit. You can't get any cheesier and better than that. That's the best. I feel like that's probably my favorite Friday intro. I do love the exploding masks and the 3D lettering coming out of Pam's dead eyes. It's cool and all, but that one's got to be the best. I remember because in the other ones, I either laughed and I was like, that's dumb. Or like, I was like, whoa, that was cool. And it wasn't funny. But this one, I laughed and went, that shit's awesome. Like, this is so great.
I like the weird nods towards other movies with their intros. You clearly can tell if you're a movie nerd like us, where it's like, oh, that's James Bond. Oh, that's something else. You know, like,
yeah,
you can tell where they're getting the idea from at the time. Like I was telling Jill when we were at That's Entertainment that like Friday went through this weird 3D phase. So Jaws was like, we need one, or other way around, you know? So like everyone wanted like 3D movies. And for some weird reason, it just so happened to always be their third movie. I'm like, I don't get why, but for the time period, it's not that great.
Jesus.
Done. Oh,
I love the Jason in this one. I understand what you say about the mask, but I kind of like it in a way because is it not? Now I'm confused. The mask that Tommy has, is that the mask from?
That's the original.
It is the original. Like, it's not the New Beginning one.
No, but like I was saying, they like put it on the floor and then they like smushed it down a little bit. Yeah. And it just widened it. And it's not that it looks bad. It's just I feel like when the guy has the hood on, right, and then throws over the mask, I don't like how it's not as to his face. Like you don't see the ears anymore. It just looks super wide.
What I would say,
it's not awful.
No, what I would say, the only explanation I have for that is masks like that, like any plastic like that, it gets the bend shape because someone's wearing it and it's bending it back. In the same way when you buy a new mask, it's always like that until you wear it a couple times and then it starts to form and curve, just like a flat rimmed hat type deal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like because no one was wearing it for so long and he was just having it, that eventually it kind of flattened back out and regained its shape. So maybe like that's why it started to flare out. They would kind of keep some kind of realistic continuity with it that way. Maybe I'm just giving it too much credit, but
my theory is that the hood's slightly smaller because maybe his head was smaller, right? So because there's a little bit more space, it doesn't fully pull like you were saying.
Yeah.
Just slightly, because everyone's head's going to be slightly different. So if one's made for one guy and then he doesn't play it, but you use a different hood and still try and use the same mask, maybe it just didn't work as well. It doesn't look bad. Like I have worse complaints about this Jason than that. Yeah. But I'm also just being a picky bitch.
Not to mention, like, in continuity, his head's decaying and his head's smaller than it used to be. So maybe
exactly,
literally is just fanning out for that reason.
Because like he used to have all these elephant man, like, you know, growths out of his head, and now he's just kind of got a normal shaped head.
We got to talk about this sheriff for a quick minute, bro. This drove me up a wall. Do you know who Donald Sutherland is?
No.
So have you ever seen The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the remake? Where the guy points and his mouth drops and he's like, and he makes the weird noise at the end.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, let me find other things he's been in really quickly. Have you seen the Hunger Games movies?
Yes.
Okay, you know the guy who has got the gray beard and the gray hair. He plays President Snow, like he plays the president.
Is he the dude with the curled mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So him, does he not look so much like the sheriff, like a young version in this movie?
I'd have to agree.
Oh. Shout out to a really cool old school deathcore band called Dr. Acula. There's a song called Welcome to Camp Nightmare. and it starts with that sound clip in the song. It's just like, I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly. And all you hear is the car starting, and it's and it goes like a sick breakdown. Great
I also
song.
like that that's the first time in any of these Jason like Friday movies where someone's been like, oh shit, maybe we should turn around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, I've seen this before. Like, you know, trying to pull a smart moment. And then when they're going out, they get stuck. It's like that's the way it would happen.
Of course. And then the guy goes, why don't you scare them? It's like, well, fuck, now they're not learning.
Fuck the scaring them. I would have just ran him over. I'm the ass. I've been like, I don't care, man. This guy's gonna like muff you up.
Well, what if he was like just a guy like when those clowns playing those pranks and then they have manslaughter on their hands?
I still don't. I'm still on my original statement. Yeah, they would have been getting run over too. But like, why are you dressing like a clown terrorizing people? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was scared for my life. What are you saying?
It's but ever fault. Since I was a kid, like I quoted the sheriff being like, yeah, that's Donald Sutherland. I thought it was, man. I thought it was him for sure. Like, I'll show you later after we're done the movie. I'll put up a photo of him. But like, young Donald Sutherland looks exactly like the sheriff. So I mean, if y'all have seen Invasion of Body Snatchers, you know what I'm talking about.
Great. What do you think this pea shooter is gonna do?
Exactly what it did. Absolutely nothing.
I like how my original statement. Should have ran him over.
Yeah, he like vaults him over his head. I like that shot. I like that they show that Jason is really strong in this one, like right off the bat with the heart punch and then him flipping a whole man over his back. Like Jason's always been strong, but because he's zombified, almost like he doesn't feel pain or he doesn't have muscle restraint, so he's extra juice, so he can just really fucking get his shit done, and he's super strong.
Okay, so I have a new complaint for this Jason. Mask is fine. I hate the gloves. I feel like it's because they didn't want to do the makeup. Yeah, but I don't like the gloves, and they should have gave him like zombie hands, you know, like decayed like fingers and shit.
I don't which like I think he has in the next film.
Yeah, like I don't like the gloves. Every time I see it now that's what I keep focusing on. I'm like, I can get over the mask. Also, oof.
That's a funny kill, man. I love when he comes up behind her and she's in this puddle, right? And she screams, and then when he stabs the spear through her mouth, you just hear the like you hear her pushed under the water, and it pans back to just like half a woman in the puddle, and she's just standing there, and he's just standing there looking at her. It's the funniest still. Like they knew it was comedic, and they just kept it in there, and the camera angle hangs on that shot for a little longer. It's great.
I like it. I can dig it.
It's great. Oh, he looks so much in now. Sutherland. Yeah, it had to start somewhere. What that man is wearing total, the crop top, the pants, everything, that is exactly what's popular these days, even down to the earrings and the eyeliner. It's all come back around, folks.
You think he was supposed to be like a Johnny Depp-like character?
Yeah,
I say that because so. You know, he got like really famous and whatnot, and like Kevin Bacon kind of thing, right? But in the end, it's like, now we don't like you.
I put two pieces together while I was doing some research into the next film and this film that we're watching. The next one being The New Blood, and I never understood why it was called The New Blood. It always confused me, and it's literally because Tommy isn't in that one, so it's The New Blood. Because he's been in all of them.
I thought it was because like new camp, you know, but like they tried to just change it, so they called it New Blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like a new camp, but like I guess that would make a lot more sense.
I never thought of it, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's why they did that. I know that originally the one sex scene in this film, the one that happens on the Winnebago, the director was actually asked by producers to be like, hey, ask her if she can do a topless scene, and he even asked her, and she said no. And even in that moment, he was like, he felt like, you know, embarrassed, and he didn't want to, and he apologized afterwards, like saying that it was the forcing of the producers, etc., etc.
Wow, that would be awkward as hell.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, how do you bring up a conversation like that? Hey, you want to go to dinner sometime? So boobs.
I also think like when they were hiring them though, right? Like they should have been like, are you comfortable with nudity? If not, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I feel like you should sign off on some papers before you just hire random people. But like, if that's what you wanted, but if you can't just go halfway through the movie, be like, so boobs, like you were just saying.
This one also has a lot of we were talking about like how they always homage to different movies that are happening time, like James Bond. This one, if I recall, homages a lot to different horror tropes. Like I believe at some point they mention a Cunningham Street.
Yeah,
which is John Cunningham, the original director and writer of this Friday the 13th.
God, I hate how fucking fast he walks.
I kind of like
nuts.
I like it kind of. I don't know.
It looks like me when I go grocery shopping.
Yo, I feel that so hard. Especially right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what you need, and you're like, you're going in, and then I look at people, I'm like, you're not following the arrows.
Yeah.
And I'm still on a mission.
And so yeah, they have a street called Cunningham Street. I think they reference a local town called Carpenter, which is an homage to John Carpenter. Obviously, Halloween, the thing. And at one point, I think it's one of because this is the one that has the younger kids in it, because they're actually at the camp, and this is the first time we ever see Jason actually confront the kids at a camp. And one of the kids is named Nancy, and she has nightmares. And a lot of people say that was an homage to Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. But the real reasoning is because I believe it's the director's wife. That was her name, I believe.
Yeah.
Or somewhere along that lines. But people like to think that it was the reference night because come on, having nightmares, little girl, her name's Nancy. Come on. So I like to think that maybe that was kind of in the cards as well. Or maybe it wasn't. And then the producers noticed and went, yeah, keep that.
I like the little nods, like the subtle nods for different horror movies, like in a weird respect way, being like, yeah, I liked what you did.
Oh, here come the chitlins. I love how sarcastic and douchey the kids are. Like, even I think there's one point the kid's like, we're gonna die.
Yeah, but like that's one not unspoken rule, but rule for Jason. He doesn't hurt kids.
Well, no, because that's kind of contradicting what happened to him in the first place. Because
yes, exactly. Him. So no kids get harmed. You know, like.
Plus, it was a big, huge no during this time to kill kids on screen, or even just have the thought of killing children at all.
Yeah.
Oh, here we get this Bubbles paintball guy.
I don't understand these paintball guns.
They're huge.
No, it's the opposite. I'm just like, I'm thinking of a normal paintball gun. This is like a pistol with like two balls.
And it's got
I want like, you know, like.
Well, yeah,
but my hopper.
It's to preserve your ammo. So that way it's more realistic, right? You gotta listen to Sean Connery, right? Shooting's so American. If you can't hit it once, don't shoot at all.
That's what paintball is for, though. Like, it's like airsoft. You don't.
How did they not see him? I know.
Shoot him in the face with the paintball.
Yeah, like they're looking for someone who's hiding, who's like apparently a expert, and they're like, just walk by this guy. No wonder they can never find him.
You know what? That's logical right there. I never thought about it like that.
It's just too funny. Boom, boom.
Sounds about right.
That's classic. That's so funny.
Schedule Commando.
She also looks really familiar. Did we get her name yet?
I don't believe so.
We know
that's the first time we see her.
One.
This is me and you.
I believe her name's
your
Katie.
Girlfriend kills us or something. I'm like, damn it. Done. Oh, also that knife is gross. It's too shiny.
Okay, she was in Caddyshack and Blast from the Past, Minority Report. I
love that movie
with Tom Cruise.
You ever seen Blast from the Past?
Oh yeah,
it's a good movie.
I also love. Have you ever seen? Oh,
nope.
The smiley face.
Jesus, that is. I like the comedic elements to this Jason. I just there's some parts I can get over.
Yeah. They get you with the double dose of comedy in that one, because he whips one of the paintballers into the tree and his face implants, but it comes off and it's a smiley face mark with blood on the tree. And then and you're already laughing at that point. And then it cuts back to Jason and he has the machete in his hand. And when he lifts it up, the guy's arm is still attached, and he literally ripped the arm right out of his socket, like almost like, whoa, I'm this strong. I have never been this strong before. Going back to our earlier thing.
That's like a Forrest Gump nod as well.
Yeah. That's funny. Never thought of it like that.
Just like when the guy goes to like wipe his face with the shirt and there's a smiley face.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen. What are you saying?
I love how this guy thinks he's so like he fucking trips and eats shit.
Shoots himself. I'm a mix in between the guys that got shot and this guy.
Yeah.
I lost my gun. They're gonna make me pay for it.
Yeah, literally. I had a deposit on that thing.
That's all I would be thinking. Be like, oh.
I like how they have the dead headbands.
They're about to be.
Yeah.
It said Roy.
Just to foreshadow what's gonna happen. Here's Bert.
Dun, 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 dun.
Little Bert. His little gun.
Bert and Ernie.
Do they all get dispatched? I mean, I guess we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would. Oh yeah, he does the 3-for-1.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Triple decapitation. That's great. That's great shit. And then Bert shoots him with the paintball gun, and Jason's like, what the fuck?
Didn't hurt.
That's weird. I have all these bullet holes, but this one little paintball didn't do nothing. I wonder if that's going back to, because, you know, he just woke up from the dead and he's like, wow, I'm super strong now. I had no idea. And then he thinks that's a bullet. So he's like, whoa, I'm bulletproof.
Maybe, yeah. I like the thumps when he walks, though. And I don't like how fast, but I like that when he walks, he's super heavy sounding because he's a tank, basically. Like, this man is thick.
So Bert gets away. For now.
Eternal Peace Cemetery. Nah, bro. I want that truck.
Yep. Because he was just supposed to leave town, right? And he's like, nah, I'm going. I knew this was going to happen.
What's the cherries?
The cherries?
He's like, hit the noise and the cherries. And I'm like,
that's the lights. That's the...
No, but that's the noise, no?
No, the noise.
So what's
is
the
separate.
cherries?
The cherries are the lights.
So the woo woo and the lights? You gotta do two of them? Damn, boy.
Yeah, it's not just
the jobs
switch.
are hard.
Well, because sometimes, you know, they have the lights on but no sound. And sometimes vice versa. So
fuckers everywhere.
Because even when a cop pulls you over, they keep their lights on so they don't die, but the siren doesn't keep going. Can you imagine? The lights are going, it's still going. Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, sorry, officer, I was going trying to yell over the sirens.
That's fair. Whoop whoop.
I love how they're zigzagging. It's like, why is he zigzagging too? He gets grappled and tackled. Donald Sutherland. I swear to God, it's him. It's like his doppelganger. It doesn't look super like him, but it looks a lot like him. Yeah, because the drunk dude was like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble for all this. Look at his giant laser sight. It's bigger than the goddamn gun on that revolver.
Bang.
Bang. Wherever the red dot go, ye bang. And I like the fact that he was crazy and in a home in the last one, so everyone thinks that he's actually crazy still, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good. I like the story.
So crazy, just more sexy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, the last guy was pretty jacked, so.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, let's be real. This guy's like pretty sexy.
That's
you
true,
called him a fart head. Fart head.
Fart head.
Honestly, I would love to do this job. Be like a camp counselor and be like, "Are we gonna go fishing?" Fuck yeah, we are.
You're gonna scare all the boys. They're like trying to get her to say
shake our
things.
butts. Sing songs and have campfires, play fucking camp, capture the flag. Oh, bro, I want to do this job. You guys want to eat dirt?
Counselor.
Oh, I'd love it. As long as it wasn't like little kids, I'd love it.
I'd be on the 8:00 news, drowns fucking a whole bunch of kids. Not from lack of doing it aggressively, but just not paying attention to them and just bad things happening, and then Jason would come and kill me.
Sorry, I'm just listening to this guy.
I love how he's like doing this whole like shit that like supposed to be this grand story, and he's just like ripping through it to be like, yeah, blah blah blah. All right, do your thing. Yeah, that's the sarcastic kid.
I didn't get his story at all.
There's always that one kid. There's always that one kid who's the smart ass. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Man, we need mustaches and mullets.
Mustaches and mullets.
That's
pretty much the definition of these. Yeah. How would you define slasher films? Mustaches and mullets.
Yeah. Boobs, mustache, mullets, and some character with a mask of some sort.
And big booty bitches.
I don't know about that one.
Just booty bitches.
Actually, Leprechaun. When Leprechaun goes to the hood, and then like Leprechaun in space. I also own all of those, so Leprechaun we can do those.
Goes to the hood.
Yeah. A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
A little bit of off topic. Have you seen the latest trailer for Candyman?
Duh.
It looks good.
Same with Halloween Kills.
I haven't watched that one because I haven't seen those, so I didn't want to spoil anything.
I hate you right now. It's so good. I love this Myers. He's a pure monster. This dude is great.
Pure monster.
Oh, he is, like, compared to, like, you know how Jason gets the superhuman strength? That's where Myers is going, where it's like he's basically not human anymore, and I really enjoy the way that it's going. I do recommend it. I'll lend it to you. Watch it.
See, that's the closest we get to nudity right there. That upshot of her skirt when she lays down.
Boo.
That's it.
Counter in this one.
Nope. 0 boob counter.
Oh, we forgot something, by the way.
The death count.
How many? Yes. I was like, what? How many kills are we at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the guy at the beginning. 7 kills already.
Adds on to what? What was our old number?
I have it written down.
Because I was like, he passed Gary Ridgway. That's how I've been determining. I'm like, oh, he's worse than this guy.
Yes, it is. You're gonna die, my man.
I feel like he deserves not to die.
I mean, he covered up the death. I think he deserves, and he was gonna let her.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like he's the one guy that should have been left, like Ralph, like, or that
at
other
least
dude.
For one more.
I always want them to leave the crazy guy, but they never do.
It's the crazy guy's crazy.
Oh no, Steven.
Oh no.
Oh.
He gonna die. He gonna die. He just witnessed murder. He's like, what are you looking at? I'm gonna get you.
That reminds me of the Necrogoblicon music video where at the end he's like poking him to death and he's like, eh?
Yeah. I love
run.
I think it's like it's just literally how they hang on to frames and shots for longer than they should that makes this so comedic. Like that shot right there where he's just stabbing him and then just looks over and gets him.
I think right there, also just you wouldn't expect that. Like if that was last movie or the movie before, Jason would have just kept killing, right? Like he would have seen him, he wouldn't have looked at him like, huh?
Yeah.
So there's extra little moments that we get to see that normally we wouldn't. Also, fuck these kids. Like
they gonna die.
Pictures in the dorm room.
What is this, prison?
Yes. Told you I'd be a great camp counselor.
Oh, little hammy hamsters.
I think that hamster needs a bigger wheel.
Yeah, he definitely does. And it needs a new one. It's so squeaky.
And a bigger spot. There's like 2 hamsters in one box.
Ridiculous. Little activist moment, animal activist moment.
Damn right.
Treat hamsters right. Shouldn't be for children. And if they are, they shouldn't just be treated as like a whatever pet. They
hamsters,
actually
rabbits,
require a lot of care and they shouldn't be taken lightly.
There is a list of animals, but that's not what we talk about here.
Yeah,
that's our own beliefs.
But I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, save all animals though, because
hamsters are great creatures if you treat them right.
A cat's asleep on the floor. I love it. I'm sorry, we talked about animals and I got excited.
My dog's laying somewhere. He was pissed because we were both gone all day and he had to be alone. And we came back home and he just bitched us out the whole time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, little pug. I like how they play a card game with Jason involved. Like, you go with that. You go with that.
No, 100%.
Oh, Nancy's
how are
having
you
a
gonna
nightmare.
send all the kids home? Because do you just find a bus driver and be like, get on, take them on back? I'm just saying,
we don't want them anymore.
There's literally an entire bus of kids. What do you do with them? Yeah, she definitely did see a monster though. I would never sleep again. Now she's Tommy Jarvis.
Yep.
I'm just saying, like,
and what if that's
once
the
in your
girl
life
in the next one?
See it? Ooh.
Dun dun dun. Except for not, because her name's Nancy.
I was supposed to say that. I'm like, isn't the next one the mind one? I don't like that one that much.
Bro, New Blood's great. What are you saying? It's the best Jason ever looks.
I feel like the ones that you really like, I'm like, eh. And then opposite for me, the ones I'm like, yeah, dude, Roy, and you're like, fuck that
bro
guy.
You cannot deny that Jason looks the best he's ever looked in the next film.
Yeah,
with the exposed rib cage and everything, and the mask coming off, and him having the full articulated face movement. Like,
Jason design wise,
awesome
I love these ones though. From now on, basically is all pure joy Jason wise, because I love the zombie effects. I love the rib cage, the fingers.
So really, just this one and the next one, because you hate Manhattan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well,
and goes to hell.
I like the Jason in Manhattan, just don't like the story.
I don't know. I'm hit and miss. I think he looks really stupid with his mask off in the next one. Fake shirt
best. On. There's two titties, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, we never clarified that it had to be girl titties. You got to keep going till the end of this song. There's a fucking 10. What the?
A 10-minute
Dream
song.
Theater.
Yeah, they're listening to Dream Theater.
Like, what the hell?
I think it's the first time when we heard the theme in this one.
Stab the tire.
The Wannabango. Winnebago, but Wannabango.
Okay, Quagmire.
Oh, right, sure. That is from Family Guy. I forgot about that. That's just
bought a new vehicle. It's the Winnebago. Or Wannabango.
He's like gonna travel across every state and bang someone in every state or something like that.
That'd be such a mood killer, though.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Wasn't that the end of the song?
I don't know. This man seems like he was struggling for like the last 20 minutes of that song. I'm just assuming 20-minute song.
He seemed like he was just sitting there. He's like, yeah, whatever, do your thing.
My sugar daddy.
Literally.
But like that RV thing is dope. Okay, it wouldn't be that cold already.
Do you know how cold it is? It's gonna be a lot colder if you don't go turn on the fucking electricity.
Damn right. Hurry up. So you were saying like 10 seconds ago. You're like 10 minutes.
Boom, roasted.
I'm just saying, like, she's all 10 minutes and now it's go. Hurry up.
Get over with it.
People are undecisive. I don't know what you want from me, man.
Man, I was a little surprised. I mean, not surprised because it's a Friday the 13th film and they all have pretty low scores, but the Rotten Tomatoes score on this one, what do you think?
78?
Oh no, bro. Oh no. The only one that's above 50, I think, is the first one.
Oh,
and it's like a 71, I think.
32?
Which is honestly what I was expecting. It's a 48.
It's not bad, I guess.
Actually decently high.
I can see why people would enjoy this one compared to the other, because instead it's just having the camp counselors. Now we got the kids. So it's like a change.
and it's got a good pace to it. Shit's constantly happening.
Exactly.
Like,
Also,
Tommy's on the run.
This Court dude, if he had really long hair, he would be joining Megadeth.
Oh fuck yeah.
With his ripped hole pants and the white shoes. And like I was like, this guy looks like Dave Mustaine a little bit. I was like, just give him really long hair and shit attitude, and we got a doppelganger.
He's ready for Megadeth.
Basically,
they're in need of a new bass player right now, so
get to it.
Unfortunately.
Wait, why?
Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. David Elfson apparently was under some kind of sexual allegations, so he was out. He out.
Well then.
Yep. Sad, but yeah, that's what it is. Because he is a really talented dude.
I hate when you find out things like that and you're just like, man, I really liked that.
Like I understand, but I'm upset.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can also separate music from the shitty things that people do in the world. It's like
art from artist.
Opinions are opinions, but I'm like, I feel like he's a shitty man, but I love his music. So I'm like, you can definitely separate that.
Yeah.
Also, I want to drive this.
Yes, absolutely.
It's basically me. Woo!
So you notice this song that's playing?
Megadeth.
No, honestly, can you guess who it is? It was an original song made for this movie.
Poison? Motley Crue?
Alice Cooper.
Is there? Oh,
he's back. Yeah. The man behind the mask, Alice Cooper. Pretty dope. I thought that was kind of cool.
I was like, now I'm just listening to it. I'm like, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Alice Cooper, who co-wrote and performed the film's theme song, Alice Cooper, he's back, the man behind the mask, later had an uncredited cameo as Freddy's father in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, which, like this film, was the 6th of the series. There you go.
Have you ever heard of the band Blood Opera?
Oh, I love that. Sorry, I love that kill where he shoves her face through the side of the Winnebago.
Shows how powerful he is again.
Yep. I just love it. Every kill is comedic, but it also is just like, fuck, he's badass. Sorry, what band were you saying though? The Blood Opera?
Blood Opera, yes.
They're sound so familiar.
It's this band from Toronto, I believe they're from Toronto. And they all dress up like zombie, like punk dudes kind of thing. And
okay,
totally shout outs to them. But they strictly play like old rock songs or horror movie songs. So I think they'll probably like they do it or will do it that song at some point. I could see them doing it 100%.
Oh, I just had a big dumb moment. This is Teenage Frankenstein, the song that's playing. It's earlier when they're doing groceries. The song is playing for the radio that Alice Cooper wrote for this, which is the theme song. My apologies for those watching. I know I'm a loser.
You're wrong.
I'm so wrong. It was funny. The person who flipped the RV was so nervous because they only had one chance to do it and they didn't want to fuck it up. I think they did a good job. And that's a 6 shot. Jason standing on the side of the Winnebago, like on fire. Fucking badass shot.
I sent you it.
Is good. Oh, I'm literally looking at their page right now.
Oh, okay, cool. No, they're really cool dudes. I met them at a Frightmare. They were really nice, and like I didn't get a chance to see their band play afterwards because me and my ex had to leave, but nonetheless, they seem really rad, and I can't wait to go see them because then, COVID happened. So
yeah. So if you who are watching, if you're a fan of horror movies and punk and rock, you should definitely go check out Blood Opera and see what they have to offer because they do have an EP available on Bandcamp. So you should definitely go check that out.
Shout out.
Blah.
Also, their masks are like 10 out of 10. I want one.
Are they better than Lordy masks though?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
I don't know.
That's like bootleg Guar.
Bro. Lordy has the best masks ever. Guar is cool, but like Lordy's masks are more in depth.
That's one discussion we'll talk about one day, but I'm never gonna agree with you.
Bro,
I cannot stand that.
Guar stuff is good, but it's very cartoony and animated in a way.
That's the point. They have a comic and like a backstory and everything.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
If you go right more into it, you're like, hell yeah.
Bro,
but Guar's Guar. I just can't.
Finish Lordy though is
I'm
lit.
so mad at you right now.
How do you not like Lordy?
I just Lordy.
Blood Red Sandman,
Lordy.
Hard Rock Hallelujah.
I hate
Devil
that
is a
song.
Loser. Man,
I'm not a fan, man.
They're lit.
Not a fan.
The drummer Kita's mask with fucking alien predator shit.
I can appreciate the mask though. I just not a fan of the band.
The corpse like nun keyboard player and Eamon, the freaking mummified zombie guitar player, and then the ox-headed bass player who just wears a giant ox skull. Like, come on.
I don't know, man. Guar. That's all I have to say.
Guar's cool, but in my opinion, I don't like Guar's music as much as I like Lordy's music.
I'm the opposite.
Because Guar, I think, is rather forgettable when it comes to their music, while Lordy's the other way around. Maybe it's just because that's what I was raised on, but it's just the way it is. I like Guar, but I just don't find it as solid as music as Lordy.
I feel like I'm getting stabbed by Jason right now. My heart is just broken.
No, you're not. You're getting stabbed by me.
This is the downside to watching things with you. I'm just learning all these things about you. I'm like, are we friends now, bitch? You don't like Roy?
Can I trust
don't
you?
like Guar. I'm offended.
Oh my god.
You say you don't like Alexis on Fire. We're gonna fight.
Bro, Alexis on Fire is utter trash. No, I'm joking.
If I can punch you through a microphone right now, I'm leaving the chat. No, you leave the chat. I want to watch the movie.
Alexis on Fire is cool. They're from our area. For those who haven't heard of or listened to Alexis on Fire.
Our area, our hometown.
It was kind of shoved in my face by a lot of kids growing up who didn't even listen to the music that they were involved in. They only listened to them because they were local and they wanted to be cool. So that really ruined it for me as a kid, but I do like their music and I listened to them when I got older. But being a young kid when they were around, I didn't listen to them because all the posers and douchebags at my school listened to them and were like, every time I'd be like, oh yeah, I like me. They're like, oh, do you listen to Alexis on Fire? I'd be like, fuck, I'm friends with them. I'm like, okay, die in a fire.
Yeah, I don't care about anything like that. I just like their music a lot.
Yeah,
and
their music's great.
Like local. I have to love them.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
Rush.
There's a lot of local bands I don't like,
but it's like Rush. For some people, they're like, I can't stand Rush. I fucking love Rush. And then it's definitely a double bonus that they're from like here, basically.
Yeah. From the Niagara, Ontario region.
Yeah. And then played at like Eden, which is like down the street, basically. Like, it's just so interesting to me.
This is the first film in which Jason doesn't run, by the way, because he runs in some of the other ones. He speed walks.
Also, I love this camp that they filmed at.
Oh, yeah.
It looks beautiful. Like, I would love to go camping here.
It seems like an actual camp. The rest of them just seem like a horror movie setup. This actually seems like it could be a camp.
Oh, it probably is. They just rented it out or something. They're like, this will be easier and cheaper. We don't have to do anything anymore.
We have to do less.
Well, like the one, I think it was the third or fourth one, they built that entire house. And the only thing that's remaining is the fireplace because some asshole burned the house down.
Yep.
So, I mean, compared to building an entire house, I'd rather just rent it.
Oh, so there we go. Bert, was it Bert or Roy? I forget his name. It was Roy.
I think. Bert.
Bert. He's dead.
No, it's Roy. It's Roy.
Yeah, it's Roy. Bert's the other one
dude with the glasses.
Yeah, Roy was the one who got his face thrown into the tree.
Yeah,
that's Bert's glasses. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. Yep.
It turns out it's that guy that's Jason the entire time.
I mean, he kind of looks like Roy from the last.
I was thinking that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We were supposed to be led to believe it was like either one of them.
No, because we saw him zombified from the beginning.
Fair enough. It
would have been cool if they did that. It would have been better than what they did in A New Beginning. That's for sure. But because I like the idea of having a false killer and leading it up like that, because that's kind of how like the first one was. We didn't know who it was the whole time and stuff. I like that, but I just feel like in A New Beginning, it did it to par, but it's not as good as it could have been. I think that's why it upsets me, because I'm like, oh, it could have been so much better, but it wasn't.
I feel like they could have added it in just to have that extra little something, because clearly we know it's not Tommy, you know what I mean? And it's an actual Jason. Even if we know that there is a Jason, I feel like if they added that, the other people would think that it's that guy, you know, and be more hesitant with them. But I guess they technically did do that because that's what they're supposed to be led to believe with Tommy, right?
Yeah.
But for me, as the, you know, outside viewer, I'm just like, this motherfucker ain't Tommy, dumbass.
This motherfucker.
Did we not just watch an hour and a half movie before where we decided that it's not Tommy? He saved the day. Just saying. I would trust this man.
I trust him.
I meet anyone named Tommy Jarvis, I immediately just trust you.
Like, yeah.
For the rest of my life, just pouring pop on Jason.
Oh yeah, that is true. Little alcohol.
Also, why she got suspenders on?
Because that's the cool way to be, yo.
I sure. I thought it was over top your shirt though. I don't know, man.
Maybe
People
she's
got some
wearing it
weird
so when she
style.
takes off her shirt, it'll be like the suspenders over the nipple thing.
I love it.
There you go. See, there you go. You just have the forbidden hidden nipple, and then he's in for it.
You know how they just showed the door? It would have been funny if Jason walked through the door, just looked at her, and just like shook or something.
The other thing, too, this character's name being Sissy, I think it's reference to Sissy. Oh my God, what's her name? Oh, the head spin around is brutal.
That's awesome.
And Sissy is no more. Just like that.
Just has the head and looks at it. Sorry.
The character's name in the movie is Sissy, and then the actress's name, I forget her last name, but Sissy something. She plays Carrie in the Carrie movie, that Stephen King adaptation Carrie film. So I feel like that was also an homage because that was also just prior to release of this, and it was pretty popular. So I feel like that was also a nice little horror homage.
Very well could be, my friend.
That
crossing the
deck. I'm getting it.
Look, you said on the phone you need some supplies, right? Yes, but then let's get some.
She also plays the actress who plays Missy is also Miss Sharp in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I've seen very little of that show.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good show. You can always put it on and enjoy it. It's like a nice,
That's definitely a series I want to get into more. I just got to make my way through Malcolm in the Middle, and then I'll get it. I'll get to
it. Brian, Bryan Cranston
would be the perfect BTK. I will never not say that.
Yeah,
like, especially getting older, like throw on some glasses and get that goatee going. Perfect.
And
BTK.
Just to cross over to our other films, he's going to be in a future Godzilla film.
BTK?
Yeah. Well,
for a second, I was like, oh, wait, are you fucking joking me? And then I clued in and I was like, oh,
Bryan Cranston
is my bad.
He's in Godzilla 2014 in a role I wish I think it was due to scheduling conflicts. They kind of phase his character out of a lot of the film, but it's really good for what he's in. I always thought this scene was funny, which she's like, get down, and she shoves his head right into her crotch, and you just get that really funny camera shot of just like Gene crotch. And then the pan back to his eyes just being like, That's so funny. Like he saw his first boob or something, but he's just looking at the outside of jeans.
And only because I'm being an ass, he's just like, is this a seafood market?
Oh my God.
Tuna?
And just like that, we've been canceled.
My friend, I think we would have been canceled a while ago.
Yeah, I also think that.
Yeah, crazy. Even though your daughter's the one getting chased right now. And she's all, eat my box.
Eat my box. I'm sure that's what she meant.
Cunningham Road.
There it is, Cunningham Road. Yeah, you're right. That was it. He's still just down there.
Yeah, see? See, I'm just saying. She knew.
Yeah, that's the worst line there. It's gonna be a hairy turn.
Well, yeah, it's like the 70s, 80s somewhere supposed
I know
to be.
That's fine, but it's just it doesn't. I think there's a better line they could have come up with.
This is gonna be a hard turn.
Yeah, literally.
Hello, sir.
You never want to be caught.
I hate how shiny that blade is
with your dad watching, let alone when he has a gun. Yeah, the shininess of that machete is a little intense. A little bit. Shininess, they polished it too much.
And then that corn syrup and red food coloring. I had to remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah, the fake blood they're using anyway. It looks awfully fake. I like how we hear she like the bloody machete's walking up to her, and you're like, oh fuck, this is not gonna end well. And then she wakes up and it's the kid who found it. Girl. What are you doing, Nancy? Why would they scare each other? Because people like to get scared. Why? Because they're watching Friday
us
the 13th.
grown-ups are assholes.
Yeah, because we're all bitter douchebags.
And we always want to see other people in pain that are our friends, but it's all in good fun.
Is it though?
Maybe.
You never know. You just never know. So. Oh wow, I'm looking at Tom Fridley, the guy who plays Court.
Yep.
So the guy who's the ripped jeans dude.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot. He was in Face Off with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. He played a prison guard.
Never seen it.
He was in The Karate Kid, played Alan.
I've seen that.
What else was he in? Let me see here. I think it's cool that he was Alan in The Karate Kid. That's wild. That blows my mind.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm not gonna go get something signed by Alan from Karate Kid. You know
No, there's everyone else. Yeah. But in Face Off, and there's a couple other things, but that's really what he was known for, I guess, the big stuff.
Fuck, I'd rather just get him to sign like this.
Get him to sign a Winnebago.
Can you last 10 minutes? That's what I'm gonna look at him and say. I want you to sign this, but you gotta last 10 minutes.
You gotta sign it for 10 minutes.
Exactly. You gotta make this last. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it last to the end of this song.
That's funny.
Have that song on cue. Put her in a cell.
Oh, brutal. Yeah, he got fucked up hard. That's just the way it is. Oh my goodness. The guy who plays the deputy with the big laser gun?
Yep.
He's Detective Gil Hardesty from Criminal Minds.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, I kind of see it now. He's
yeah,
a lot more
like,
tanned.
Pointed out. I'm just trying to look at him more.
He's like definitely a lot more tanned in Criminal Minds, but and obviously he's aged a bit too, so he's got more facial definition and stuff. But it's like, damn, I almost didn't see it.
Damn, boy.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
At least someone in this movie has.
But he was in Shocker, in Wes Craven's Shocker.
That's pretty cool.
He played Pistori. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know who it is, but I know the movie. It's another good one. It wasn't in too much up until this. He was in an episode of The Twilight Zone where he played a dream technician for Dreams for Sale. But other than that, this was his first big break in a film. That looks like good for him. And he was in Criminal Minds. You go, boy. Oh, cool shot. Just pans up and you see Jason peering through the window. I am a fan. I like.
He was there all along.
Oh, I mean, I had something written down exclusively to, or specifically to point out, and I forgot. The first time they go into the campers when they're all in bed, if you look closely, there's an issue of a Power Man and Iron Fist comic, Marvel. So like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, they're the oh my god, why am I having a brain fart? Heroes for Hire. They were part of that. And there's a comic book there. It's pretty cool. Always gotta point out the nerdy shit.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
Dun dun dun. Court. Nah, bro. It is me, Jason. I would love that would be like the ultimate like comedic moment is if he just literally responded when they scream, be like, please don't shout. I'm actually really nice.
Like,
no, I'm just saying, no one's ever actually like tried to talk to him or they just always just assume he's gonna kill. They don't assume what's killing him on the inside, you know? Life. Drowning to death, I guess.
Oh no. This is not getting good. Yeah, did you notice too? Jason's mask in this one only has one red triangle.
Yep.
Though it has 3 usually.
Yep.
What's with that?
with that?
What
Try
with
a
that
new mask?
What happened?
See, yeah, that's another one of my complaint about all the masks. They make it so fucking hard for us collectors. We got to buy like 14 versions of mask. And it's like, thanks, dickheads. Same with like Myers ones. Like, you guys fucking suck. You guys can't just use one mask. I don't give a shit if it's fucking made in a certain time. You cut out holes in a Captain Kirk mask. Do it again.
That door. It's weird that door opens inward.
Why?
Well, because it's like an outside door. I thought it would open to the outside. But I guess it's an inside door because it has stuff hanging on the back.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Just a little confused. That's all. Usually there's an outside door. I thought that was the outside door. Oh, he's there.
No.
Yes. Oh, this is the blood. Yeah, that jelly. And then she gets, it's not a Friday the 13th movie without someone getting thrown through a window.
Like, he grabs her back. He's like, I'm not done yet.
Oh, man. Why you got killed with bug?
It's a gross bug.
It's a gross bug, yeah.
Yeah, you need to keep that paperwork too.
Yeah. You're going to be in Criminal Minds one day. Watch it.
The minds of criminals. He's prepping
also
for that paperwork.
I don't know if this is true. Is this the first film where Jason has been shot?
No, is it? No,
I think it is. Yeah.
Trying to think about it. Okay, so and then he gets the machete. Yeah, it is. I
This
think
is the first
also...
time he's been shot.
Okay, so that also explains why we were previously like, huh, you know, the immortal when he got shot by the paintball. I don't think it's because he was assuming that he was immortal. He was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because he's never been shot before.
Yeah, so like he's never been encountered that at all.
Oh
so
my
like,
god,
was that
Josh!
We just discovered something.
New Friday the 13th movie. Jason gets guns.
That would be glorious.
He would get his kills done
super
so
funny.
fast.
I always thought about that.
Pew, 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 pew.
Same with like Myers. You could give them a gun and be like, all right, let's see how this goes. But they love their hand-to-hand combat. Well, mostly hand pain for them and the combat to the other part.
Just the torso, hand to torso.
I've yet to see anyone live. So, well, other than Tommy. For now.
Yeah. So there's 3 Alice Cooper songs that appear. So we had Teenage Frankenstein during Nikki and Court's death scene on the Winnebago. And then Hard Rock Summer plays while they're in the high-speed chase scene a minute ago when his head was in her crotch.
Yeah.
And then at the end credits and the theme song for the movie, it's He's Back, the man in the mask, the man behind the mask. So Alice Cooper had a huge role in this movie. That's really cool. Alice Cooper's the man.
Agreed.
Really cool Guar cover. School's Out for Summer.
School. Oh, see, there you go.
Guar. Yeah. See, I like Guar. I just I just prefer Lordy if I was comparing the two, which I don't think they should be compared.
Nice, but off the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Sorry, Emily just opened the door and I can finally feel the AC and it's like
glorious. Thank you, Emily, for the gift of air.
Oh my, yes. Oh my God. It is like a wall.
It is hot. It was feeling like 40 today, which for us Canadians is like, what the fuck?
That's the thing. I'm Canadian. What? I've sweat all day. Like, I can't wait to shower. It's just, oh my God. For a Canadian, I've never sweat that much in my life, and I did construction work. So like,
you're like, what the fuck?
Yo, we sell hide a key things. Come check me out.
Yeah.
Rock you. Hide a key outside your house in a rock.
There you go.
No yawning.
You know where the best place to hide a key is?
Where your keys go?
Your butthole.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. That sounds sharp and painful. Come on, hot lips. What lips? Dun dun.
I love the one Daniel Tosh skit where he's saying, he's like, I'd love to use chapstick, but if I had chapstick, I'd have to keep it in my asshole, which would be okay because I'm always losing my chapstick. It's always what I think about when I have a thing of chapstick is just, putting it in my ass, apparently.
Now, do you like keep it in your ass and then just take the lid off to use it? Huh?
See, there you go.
You need a friend. This is a friend scenario.
All right, you put it in your ass.
Yes. Flying 69 to when you got chapped lips.
We'll film it and we'll never have to work again.
Nah, I'm good. I am good, my friend. I don't think this will go as famous as we think it will. We'll go through all this trouble and then be like, man, no one wants to see me eat your ass. This is fucked. Anyway, but truly, we're the fucked ones. Back to this.
We were again, like back one to wheel.
Now how the cage is too small. The poor got guys. 2 hamsters, 1 cage. This is ridiculous. The mask is growing on me. It's not as bad as I remember.
It's dope. I think it's more form-fitting by the end of it too. Almost like keeping the continuity. Like it just hasn't been worn in a while.
Yeah, and like the head got bigger. But I still hate the gloves. The gloves are shit. They gave him like these weird workout glove or not workout gloves, like workout side gloves, and I hate them. I hate them so much.
Yeah, I don't think gloves are a good addition to Jason.
Like this definitely wouldn't be a cosplay I'd want to do. Like out of all the Jasons, you know what I mean? I'm like, I would rather do the next one, have like the rib cage showing and whatnot. That'd be so sick. One
of the cool little crossover where I have follow a couple Godzilla pages on the internet, and someone had posted an issue they're having with not having any, like their family and friends aren't as accepting for their love of kaiju and horror and toys and whatnot. And he's like, has anyone else had this issue? How would you deal with this? And what do you, any tips or / stories? And I just commented and I was just like, leave them all behind. And he's like, my collection or my family? I'm like, the family, definitely the family.
I agree. You can have a lot more room for your collection.
Exactly.
More money for the collection.
That's so funny. We know what's
never
up.
Leave the collection.
We give the best advice.
Stay in school though. Do that one. That's 1,000% true.
Look, see, the door opens from the outside. Why does that door open from the outside? But continuity errors, guys. Continuity errors.
Don't think there would be that much blood in one human body. Like you would literally need to, like,
challenge accepted,
that motherfucker.
Challenge accepted.
Like it literally looks like Jason after he killed him was like ripped off the arm and sat there and just started swinging it around.
Whee!
Yeah, you know what I mean? Be like, yeah, I got some time.
Oh, this is a really dope kill when he's on the dock and he just whips the machete at him. Is it a machete or an axe that he whips at him?
I think it's a machete. No, it's an axe because the people have the machete.
Yeah, it's hard to throw the machete. Yeah, it's an axe. Oh, we're both wrong.
Spear.
It's a spear or dart thing.
Hey.
Yeah, it's like a lawn dart.
I do enjoy the lawn dart thing over the him using like.
See, this door opens inwards.
Like, you're just hating on these doors. Maybe it's because like they're going through back doors and front doors.
Ooh, my kind of style.
Well, like, you know what I mean? Like he's running back, right? So like some of them
and now it's inwards.
Yeah, so I think if you're going to the front entrance, you're going in, and then if you're going to the back, it opens outwards. You know what I mean? So it's like both one directional.
I see you. Get good airflow going.
I just was thinking that because it's cabins, you know, they probably don't have AC and these bitches are fans. So that seemed logical. And then it seems like he's running from one side of the cabin to the other to check. So if he's going in one hole,
Lucas and Josh bring in real life
science and
science
detective moment. This is logic.
And logic to horror movies that have none. Only on the Killer Kaiju podcast.
It's because we're always seeking for these to make sense, even when they're dumb.
Making sense of dumb things is fun.
Yeah. It's basically what this whole podcast is.
Some might say it's nonsensical. All right, I'm done.
Dumbass.
Oh, this guy's gonna die. That guy has no butt.
Fucking bites him in the ass.
Why'd you bite my ass? I was scared. That doesn't explain why you bit my ass.
This scary man. Just
Jason gets shot.
Yeah, Yep,
There
first time he
goes.
gets shot. Now he actually feels pain and he's like oozy and shit. And he's like, zombie Jason.
Oh yeah,
Squish.
I like that one. I wonder if there was an actual cut of that where we got to see his face actually crack and shit. And
when I get this mask, I want the version with the blood.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could do both, but I want the version with the blood. That's the one I want. Be like, I want the little blood splatter from the head squeeze. World
go round. All right, take the kid, get it back in there, and so you can do your job.
Put them on the bus. Send them all home. Isn't that what was going to happen an hour ago?
Just make them all attack Jason. That's probably how you defeat
Hell
Jason.
yeah. Everyone grab a boat oar and just beat him to death.
Just beat his ass.
You know, those lanyard things that
killed
we were
him
making?
The first time, right?
Exactly.
So,
you know, those
why couldn't they do it again?
They gotta drown the fucker.
Yeah. Because back then they had the regular
hide the hamsters.
Yeah, that's
Raggedy Ann.
Gotta get the
Annabelle.
And this is how Annabelle was born. Man, this guy knows what's going on. He's got a shotgun. That's gonna do a lot.
Until fucking Jason kills him.
Shh.
Your mustache and mullet did not save you now, boy.
Yeah, Donald Sutherland, you're going down. Oh yeah, there we get to see the face all smushed. He gets it on his face. Gross. I like how you see like snot in his nose, like he had boogers. It's funny.
Like he fucked up because he should have shot him in the head, right? And it would have just like exploded. He was like a foot away.
Yeah.
Like he's still like 6 feet away. He's like COVID ready. Yeah, no, I would have shot him in the head.
Now run up and shoot him in the head again.
Exactly.
But he still thinks that Jason's a myth and that Tommy's doing all this shit, right?
This ain't no Tommy. Well, I mean, I haven't seen Tommy and Jason at the same time, so
I'm saying
same room, same time. So logic.
Like I could very well be
and
Tom
shoot
Cochran.
him in the head.
You haven't seen me and Tom Cochran in the same room. So
like what was that? He literally sat up, rolled away, like I don't know, man. This Jason is really weird.
Yeah, that one, I'm not a big fan of that shot, but I like the rest of them so far. I still think this one's my favorite just because I like the kills and I like the pacing of it.
There we go. One shot to the dome.
And like we said, first time we get zombie Jason.
Yeah.
And the ending is really great. We're almost there. So
just
that's
no
really
gloves great. And without that rolling scene. And you know, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Top
Ain't no Roy,
Jason.
you know, but
okay, bud. Roy, let's be real here. Roy is bottom tier Jason.
I disagree. I liked him as Jason, just besides, you know, that it's not Jason.
So he doesn't get to be in the list.
Yeah, technically he doesn't count at all. He's facing fake Jason. Again, sat in the room with the arm. Draining the blood out of each body part, literally like the leg next.
Yeah.
each arm has one. Just, you know, that workout with the ropes where they're just like flying it up and down. That's what he's doing with like the legs.
All the kids scream and just jump in me.
Wouldn't you?
Okay, but look at the cabin door
Megan
opened inwards.
She's
that one
going through
opened
the back
outwards
door
before. But that was the one he walked in the beginning and it went the other way.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, man.
I think there's a suspicion, a great mystery with these doors. I think I'm onto something.
Not that boat.
I mean, why not? You can just add extra weight to the chains. Use them as dead weight. I don't think his family would appreciate that, but I love the look of this Jason so much.
Without the gloves.
Without the gloves?
That's all I keep thinking of.
I'm gonna go find my daddy, the sheriff.
Wow, way to brag. What's your dad do? I don't know. He's struggling, but
like who says like,
best.
Oh, bud, can I come over to your house today? Yeah, let me just go ask my dad, the scientist, real quick, and then I'll get back to you.
Exactly. Oh, let me just go ask my dad that does like 15 fucking jobs. Like that's literally your dad. And like goes on with your list.
Does this guy actually have a hard time lifting this rock?
Would you?
No.
Wow. I need to see this.
I am
probably
strong.
I am lazy. but still slightly strong.
But I mean, if you're trying to like, get shit done fast because killers on the loose, I think you'd be able to do it.
You should have just
Sissy's
rolled
head.
it though. Grab it and yeet it into the lake.
Rolling.
Just literally grab it by the hair and just yeet it into the lake. Get in the car. Daddy, where are you?
See, she just calls him daddy there. Why don't you say, Daddy the sheriff, where are you?
Something tells me she's got
daddy these smart ass kids again. Real dead meat.
But little do they know they're the only ones that survive.
So what were you gonna be when you grew up? Implying that they're gonna die.
The sheriff.
A sheriff.
I hear there's a job opening.
It's like he doesn't say sheriff, he's just like her daddy.
I guess that's one way to do it. You ran out of bullets.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
He's putting up a good fight against him, though.
This is like the only dude that's ever like actually done.
Oh, yeah, and bust his face in with a rock.
Take off the mask and then like smash his head in.
Oh, brutal kill. That kill comes back in Freddy versus Jason.
I love that she comes up and like, Daddy, and he just got murked. It's like, nah, man, sorry.
For those who aren't watching, that's a really cool scene, kill. So the sheriff's on top of Jason, like MMA style, beating the shit out of him, and he just grabs his front half of his torso and folds him back like a fucking pretzel, like literally like a taco. It's brutal. It's awesome.
This guy's on a mission. Again, this is me walking to get groceries or like walking to work in the morning.
There's a meme there. Me doing groceries, just thud.
2021 doing groceries.
Motherfucker should have a step counter.
Mask and all. Yeah, he should, but that's what I'm saying.
How many steps is
on
he
a
taking?
Mission.
You know what? For how good this one is, it's shocking to me that this is the first one in the series that didn't gross over $20 million. It only grossed $19,400,000.
When did this one come out?
This one is a 19. Oh my god, I just had it up. Oh shit, he's coming for him now. He's coming back
with those sweet gloves that we all love.
The sweetest gloves. 86. Sorry,
86. That's not terrible. Maybe people were just kind of bored of like the every year Jason movie. Then like,
I think it's because the last
it's just
one.
Gonna be another one. Yeah, exactly. And then like they're just like, I'm not doing it again. Like we thought it was gonna be a good one last time, and then
it wasn't even Jason.
And
they were probably even more pissed because the whole reason people go see these movies is like, I mean, the stereotypical reason is boobs and people dying, and this one had no boobs. So
like part 5 is basically Halloween 3.
I haven't seen Halloween 3, so I don't know that reference, but for those who do, I'm sure it's accurate. I trust you.
I'm disappointed in you,
man. Like I said, I watched the originals. Like I watched Halloween the first one and the second one, and then I only watched the Rob Zombie remake. So
okay, so the first and the second, right, where technically is supposed to be where it ends.
Come on, you pussy. Sorry.
So they tried to make a different story, so it doesn't have Myers in it. It's a separate story.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So like in that franchise, though, that's probably what I feel like people would equal it to, I guess. Because they were pissed when it didn't have Myers. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
He's just waiting in the boat to drown him, and he's just like kind of walking in like Jaws, and you see his head, and then once he goes under the water, you have no idea where he is. It's terrifying.
Shows up in Manhattan.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
Oh wait, that's not this one.
But soon.
Or Vancouver.
Yeah, really low.
Off.
Shots fired, boom roasted.
It's not shots fired. It's like Canada,
it's truth,
man. I like Canada. Yeah, it's just logic right there and truth.
Isn't there a moment where he like lights the water on fire with the kerosene? Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I remember there being a fire on the boat. He like sprays he's
trying to get him out.
Yeah, and I mean he can see better with the fire.
There's no light it's the boy in the lake.
The boy in the lake, Jason.
It's all
where were you, Alice?
Oh, fuck, bro. Ari Lehman.
Yeah, there you go.
Ari Check Lehman out his band too.
Another plug.
Sorry, there's lots of horror rock bands, I guess.
And I feel like the fire around the boat really adds like a really cool visual effect to it too. He must be on the bubble side, but obviously he's going to be on the other side. There you go.
You thought wrong.
This reminds me a lot of Jaws because Jaws leaps up on the back of the boat and then slowly breaks it. The same deal here because he just extra goes and just breaks the whole boat in half.
You're a chonky fucker.
He's a chunky boy.
Thick. Yeah, see, like about the mask, I feel like his head has gotten bigger throughout this movie. You know, like even now it's like slightly swelling up, and I don't know if that's because he was in the water or if it's like slightly
I actually
throughout it.
That.
And it's filled out the mask, right? So like, I don't know.
Maybe they had like a protective layer over it so they didn't ruin it.
Maybe. Like a little foam insert.
Kind of like Godzilla, they have different suits for the water and the land scenes. They usually have a new suit for the land scene, and then they'll reuse the suit from the last film for the water scene since it was getting wrecked anyway.
Yeah.
Same idea, maybe. No, because there it looks fine. It looks more like it, but it does look more inflated. You're right. Boom. Jaws. Jason Jaws. I like the welcome to camp, and then it's crossed out and it says blood sign that's at the bottom. So as we're watching this, I gotta point out that there's in a lake somewhere, someone actually has a real life Jason tied up at the bottom of a lake as kind of a cool statuette kind of thing. And it was found by, no one told anyone about it. They just did it. And then some scuba divers came across it and nearly shit themselves.
Oh, buddy, I would have shit myself.
Yeah.
I would have straight up shit. There would have been brown everywhere.
Yeah.
Kick him in the head on the way up.
It's at the let me try and find statue in Minnesota Lake. At the bottom of Minnesota Lake, someone put an actual Jason statue there. And he's chained to the bottom. So if you scuba dive down, you can actually see him and find him at the bottom of the lake. Tons of people have like actually taken pictures with him and gone just to see it. I'm terrified of water, so that's not happening, but it's cool that it's there. I know some people even have like fish tank sets where they have Jason chained up in their aquariums and stuff like that. And you think she would have took off her sweater so she could swim faster. And that's not an excuse just to get, you know, girls wearing less clothes in these movies. It's just true. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and down under she goes. Because we thought it was over, but no. There's always one real bad thing that happens to Jason in every movie, and I just don't think drowning was enough, so they added this extra little bit. Yeah. And in the last one, it was Roy. No.
Oof.
Boom. Roasted.
Yeah, Blade, fuck him up. Yeah, see, I like this one, though. This is a good one because it fucks up the mask, you know, so the next one sets it up so a different mask.
Oh, and you can see the teeth in the next one. It's so good. Oh, love the Jason design in the next one very much. And I think it's just because he's been put through the ringer so much, so he's literally like full zombie mummy Jason. It's awesome. Oh, I love the noise it makes. See how his eyes green there?
Yeah, and like oozes and whatnot.
Oh. And it just slowly turns red, and there's the moment where it hits it, and all of it comes out. It happens in a moment here. I know it's at one point. You just hear a chunk, and then everything goes red. Brutal as fuck, man. It just sits there grinding his face. Oh, right there. Oh, then the chunk just comes up. That's some good shit right there. Awesome.
Now he's gonna be super zombie Jason.
Super zombie Jason. It's like Mecha Godzilla, super Mecha Godzilla. Jason, super.
He's made out of water titanium.
Yeah, no, you know,
water flesh.
Water is great and all, but you know, it's better than just regular old Camp Crystal Lake water. Space Camp Crystal Lake water.
Which is kind of sad because
technically
that's a thing.
Yeah, and why was the propeller able to break Jason's face open and kill him? Because it was made out of space titanium.
Fuck yeah, it was. Because like Jason X, yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil anything.
That motherfucker's made out of some space titanium, all right.
It's a very interesting movie.
We'll get to it. There's a real funny name they gave to Jason's character in that movie. What he looks like, he gets a special name, and it's super funny.
It's not finally over, but Jason is home.
All right, I'm gonna spoil it. They call him Uber Jason, and it's really funny.
So he's like calling Uber.
I mean, the name was given before Uber became a thing, so it's just meant as like extra as fuck Uber.
Fucking sue them.
There you go, Jason X Sue. I mean, it was a fan made name, but still, Sue Uber. There you go. Jason in the lake, in the boy, Jason.
Also, you would know that he's always there. I would never go in that lake ever. I'd like box him out like around it, you know, like.
Yeah, electric fence. Like, I mean, not electric because it's underwater, but yeah, that green eye. There you go. He's still alive, just trapped down there. That's a shitty life, man. He just lives underwater. He can't do anything about it.
Which made sense though, because like his bottom half would have floated up, so he would have been like upside down. I always thought about that because it's around his neck, so like. He would have slowly just like turned himself upside down and his feet would have been up.
I feel like maybe it's because of all his clothes and his boots weighing him down. Maybe he's wearing steel toe. I don't know. And here we get the Alice Cooper song made for the movie, Man Behind the Mask. Pretty dope. He's back. I like it. I dig it. Hope y'all are watching at home and digging it. If not, check out Alice Cooper's original song he wrote for this movie. It's a banger. I mean, chances are if you listen to Alice Cooper, you've heard it before, but Alice Cooper's the man. So overall, this is a good Friday the 13th movie.
Hell yeah, it is.
I think it's like the first one, good. Second one, good. Third one, good. Fourth one, good. Fifth one, meh. This one, good. Next one, meh. Next one, awful. And then they just go downhill from. I think they kind of go downhill from here. This is the last really good one we get. The rest of them kind of lack in quality.
I mean, if we include Freddy versus Jason.
No, just the Friday the 13th.
Okay, so I didn't know if that would be like a crossover that we wouldn't like include in each one, but yeah, because nonetheless, that one's a good one. I think
especially with all the Halloween movies being done now, I think it's time that we're due for a proper Friday the 13th remake. The Michael Bay one's okay, but they kind of skip over the whole Pam being the killer thing. Like they could put both in the movie. Have the first 30 minutes of the film be set up where she's the killer and just kind of do that kind of thing. And then have Jason like do a flash forward in time or something. Like you don't have to follow a typical movie trope. Do something different.
Turns out they're both killing at the same time. Jason, I thought you were dead. No, Mom, I'm alive.
They're a tag team duo.
Oh, well, we already did it. We may as well keep going.
They're just in the ring and they're just like, tap me in.
Me next, Mom, me next.
And then Jason's like, oh, no, I'm breaking the rules. He's that one wrestler who comes in anyway. And then they just start tag teaming him. And then the ref tries to take him out. And then he knocks the ref out. Yeah, let's make that a thing. Let's make that a reality. All right, folks. Well, that pretty much does it for the end of this episode. We watched it. It's great. Jason lives. Indeed, he did live. Kind of. He's not alive, but he's walking and acting. And he's got superpowers. It's great. In the next one, though, to combat his superpowers, there'll be another person with superpowers. You get some telekinetic action, the clash of superpowered humans. I'm excited. The next one's good, but it's silly, but not silly in the fact that this one was comedic and good. The next one's just like laughable and good with some of its choices and how it's done and everything like that. But I think, yeah, for me and Josh are pretty on the nose of that one. They kind of lack in quality after this one. So we hope you enjoyed this one. And if this is where you're leaving off with the series, although I implore you to finish it and keep going. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If this is your first time and if you're reoccurring, that's even better. Thank you so much for supporting us. As always, guys, you can reach us at our Facebook page. You can at Killer Kaiju Cast on Twitter, comment below on YouTube, or email us personally at killerkaijupodcast@gmail.com. Basically, you can contact us for reasons of if you have really cool facts that we didn't mention on our show, if you have movies you'd like to see us cover, or even better, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please feel free to leave it below in the comments or contact us at one of our services provided. Next in the Friday series, as I said, we're doing The New Blood, and the next couple Godzilla films we're doing are superb bangers. So if you're a Godzilla fan and you've been watching them, get ready for those as well. And yeah, guys, if you have any recommendations for future horror movies, definitely throw them at us. Me and Josh, especially Josh, has quite the catalog of horror movies we have to get through, but we would always love to hear some more for sure. I think that pretty much ties it out.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm gold.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care. We'll see you next time.